everyone, my name is Simran and I'm going to teach you science. Okay, in the last class students we have completed the chapter number 1, that is food. Where does it comes from? Okay, so today we are going to start the second chapter of your syllabus, that is components of food. Okay, so in the previous chapter we have already discussed about food items, different parts of food in different states of India, okay, and all about the seasons, variety. All right, so students, when I talk about food, we talk about meal also, because in a meal we don't have one particular item. Okay, in a meal usually we have one kind of grain, like chapati we have rice. Okay, we'll also have a sort of dal or vegetable with us, we'll also have pickle or curd, okay, along with some milk. Okay, so a meal consists of a number of food items taken together, okay, at one time to have a proper and nourished body. Okay, usually I don't have one particular vegetable while I'm eating or I'm having my dinner or lunch or breakfast, right? So this is what a meal means. A meal contains a lot of food items when I eat that together. Okay, so basically when I'm talking about a meal, okay, a meal is made up of different kind of ingredients. Okay, when I'm talking about food is made up of different type of dishes, right? And different dishes are made from different kind of ingredients. Okay, a dish is usually made up of a various kind of ingredients, a lot of kind of ingredients, and students, these ingredients contain some kind of nutrients. Okay, like these ingredients contain some sort of components. Okay, and those components are very much needed by our body. Okay, those components are very much needed because they are required for the growth and maintenance of my body. All right, so students, nutrients. A dish is usually made up of one or more ingredient. Okay, these ingredients contains some components that are needed by our body, and these components are called nutrients. Okay, so what are nutrients? Nutrients are the components that are in any ingredient which are required for my body for its proper functioning. All right students, so this was all about nutrients. Okay, we are healthy because of this thing that we are taking nutrient. Okay, so a lot of type of nutrients are there if I'm talking about, but the major nutrients that are found in my body are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Okay, so the major components, okay, that means the major nutrients that are found in my body are called carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, proteins and minerals. Okay, so when I'm talking about these particular nutrients, I don't know na which ingredient contain this particular nutrient or not. Okay, so I need to perform some kind of test, okay, to check whether this particular nutrient belong to this particular dish or ingredient. Okay, so I have to perform some test for detecting the presence of one particular nutrient in any food item. All right, so we do the test for carbohydrates, we do the test for fats, and we do the test for proteins. Okay, and when I'm talking about the test for carbohydrates, basically students, carbohydrate is something that is in the form of starch and sugar. When it's coming to food, we eat food, and in our food we are having carbohydrates majorly in the form of starch and sugar. Okay, so mainly the carbohydrates found in our food are in the form of starch and sugar. Okay, so if I want to check the presence of carbohydrates, I need to do the test for starch. So today students, firstly we'll discuss about test for the presence of starch. Okay, if I want to check this particular dish has starch in it or not, I need to perform a test. Okay, what is the test for starch? Students, take a food quantity that you want to test. Okay, take that particular food quantity and put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution into it. Okay, and just shake it well. Okay, then you will see that a blue black color is coming out of it. If that blue black color is coming na, that indicates that your food item has starch in it. Okay, very simple. You need to do, just take a food item, put 2 to 3 iodine solution drops into it. Okay, if blue black color is coming to that particular solution, that it means that your food item has starch in it. Okay, so let's see. Take a small quantity of a food item or a raw ingredient that you want to check, okay, and put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution onto it, okay, and observe if there is any change in the color of the food item. A blue-black color will indicate that it contains starch, okay. So, if the blue-black color is coming out of that particular thing now, that means that particular food item is having starch. Alright students? Okay students, so this was the test for starch. Now students, will discuss about the test for proteins. What is the test for protein all about? For testing the proteins, okay, what you need to do? You just take the small quantity of the food item that you want to check or test, okay. If that food quantity is not in the solid form, then it's right, but if it is in the solid form, then you need to grind it well, powder it, and then take it in the small test tube, okay. Then what will you do? Just put some 10 drops of water into it and shake it well. You have taken the small food quantity that you want to check, put 10 drops of water and shake it well, okay. After you have shaken it well, what you need to do? Just put 2 drops of copper sulfate solution with the help of a dropper and then 10 drops of caustic soda into that particular test tube. Then keep it aside for some time and then you will see, you will observe the changes. If a violet color is coming out of it, then it means that proteins are present in that particular thing, okay. So, this was all about the test for proteins, okay. What we did, take a small quantity of a food item for testing, put some of this in a clean test tube and add 10 drops of water to it and shake the test tube well, okay. You have to shake the test tube, okay. Now using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the test tube, okay. And after that, shake well and let the test tube stand for a few minutes, okay. Shake it well and just keep it for some time, okay. Then what will you see? A violet color indicate the presence of proteins in the food item, okay. So, in this particular test, firstly what we did, we took some small quantity, okay, of the food item, right, in the test tube. Then we took 10 drops of water into the test tube, okay, shake it well and then we added 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, right. And then students, we added 10 drops of caustic soda, okay. And if now its color is changing into violet color, then it means that the proteins are present, okay. So, this was the test for proteins. Alright students, so let's see the next test. We'll perform a test for the presence of fats, okay. Fats are oily things, right. If you want to check the presence of fats in something, take a particular food item and take a paper, okay. Then just take that particular food item and wrap it with the help of paper. Just keep in your mind that the paper will not tear up, okay. After you have just put the food quantity and wrap it in the paper, you just took out the food quantity and straighten up the paper, okay. And in the presence of light, just see it. If the oily patch is coming to the paper now, if the oily patch is there on the paper, that means that you have fats in that particular food item, okay. Suppose if I am taking laddu in a paper, okay, I have just stored that laddu with the help of paper, okay, and after that I had laddu and when I am just straighten up the paper now, I am seeing the oily patch on the paper that indicates the presence of fats in that particular food item. Alright students, so this was all about today, okay. We have discussed about nutrients, the types of nutrients and the test for carbohydrates, fats and proteins. So, in the next class we will be doing the next of the portions, that is functions of nutrients, okay. Till then, have a nice day, bye bye.